Give your attendance. Give your attendance. Which of the following metals do not react with cold as well as hot water? Sodium, calcium, magnesium, iron. Which one of the following metals does not react with cold as well as hot water? Options: sodium, calcium, magnesium, iron. Which one of the following metals does not react with cold as well as hot waters? Sodium, calcium, magnesium, iron. Which option is correct? Iron. Fe. Next question. What happens when calcium is treated with water? What happens when calcium is treated with water? Option: it does not react with water. It reacts violently with water. It reacts less violently with water. Option D: bubbles of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of calcium. Which option is correct? Repeat the question. What happens when calcium is treated with water? Calcium is treated with water. What happens? Option A: it does not react with water. Option B: it reacts violently with water. Option C: it reacts less violently with water. Option D: bubbles of hydrogen gas formed stick to the surface of calcium. Give answer, anyone? When calcium reacts with water vigorously and to produce cloudy white precipitation of calcium hydroxide and also hydrogen gas, which is released as bubbles, then option B and D, both options are correct. Next question. The composition of aqua regia is dash: dilute hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the form of 3:1 ratio. Concentrated hydrochloric acid and dilute nitric acid 3:1. Concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid 3:1. Dilute hydrochloric acid, dilute nitric acid. Which option is correct? concentrated hydrochloric acid and dilute nitric acid. No, concentrated hydrochloric acid and concentrated nitric acid in the ratio of 3:1. Option C is correct. Option C is. Next question. Which of the following are not ionic compounds? Which of the following are not ionic compounds? Potassium chloride, hydrogen chloride, carbon tetrachloride, sodium chloride. Which of the following are not ionic compound? Option A, potassium chloride, B, hydrogen chloride, C, carbon tetrachloride, D, sodium chloride. Which of the following are not ionic compounds? Which of the following are not ionic compound? Give your attendance. जे जॉइन कर अटेंडेंस दियो से हिसाब रे पचारि आशु प्रतिष्ठा सोनाक्षी ओम. Again, repeat the question. Which of the following are not ionic compound? Potassium chloride, hydrogen chloride, carbon tetrachloride, sodium chloride. Which of the following are not ionic compounds? Write the answer. Potassium chloride is a ionic compound due to share pair of electrons, gain or loss of electron. The bond is formed between potassium chloride by gain or loss of electron. Hydrogen chloride, the bond is formed between hydrogen and chlorine by share pair of electrons. So hydrogen chloride or hydrochloric is a covalent bond. It is not a ionic bond. Similarly, carbon tetrachloride also form bond by share pair of electron. Carbon, sodium chloride and potassium chloride are ionic bond. Not ionic bonds, hydrogen chloride and carbon tetrachloride. They are not ionic bonds. Next question. Silver particles become black on prolonged exposure to air. This is due to the formation of dash. Silver particles become black on prolonged exposure to air. This is due to the formation of dash. Silver nitride, Ag3n, silver oxide, Ag2O, silver sulfide, Ag2S, silver sulfide and silver nitride. Which option is correct? Silver particles become black on prolonged exposure to air. This is due to the formation of dash. Due to the reaction of sulfur, silver sulfide, not silver oxide, silver sulfide, silver sulfide. Correct the answer. Silver articles become black on prolonged exposure to air. This is due to the formation of silver sulfide. When silver reacts with the sulfur to form dark grey color to black silver sulfate. Pratishtha, you are wrong. Silver sulfide Ag2S. Galvanization is a method of protecting iron from rusting by coating with a thin layer of dash. Galvanization is a method of protecting iron from rusting by coating with a thin layer of dash. Gallium, aluminum, zinc, silver. Zinc, asu. Very good. Stainless steel is a very useful material for our life. In stainless steel, iron is mixed with dash. Iron is mixed with nickel and chromium, copper and chromium, nickel and copper, copper and iron. Stainless steel is chromium, iron, nickel and chromium. Stainless steel is an alloy of iron, nickel and chromium. If copper is kept open in air, next question, if copper is kept in open air, it slowly loses its shining brown surface and gains a green coating. It is due to the formation of dash: copper sulfate, copper carbonate, copper nitrate, copper oxide. If copper is kept open in air, it slowly loses its shining brown surface into green color or green coating. It is due to the formation of copper sulfate, copper carbonate, copper nitrate, copper oxide. Copper carbonate, very good. Which of the following metals are obtained by electrolysis of their chlorides in molten state? Repeat the question. Which of the following metals are obtained by electrolysis of their chloride in molten state? Sodium, calcium, iron, copper. Sodium, calcium, iron and copper. Which of the following metals are obtained by electrolysis of their chlorides in molten state? Sodium and chlorine. Sodium and chlorine both. Sodium and chlorine necessary. Sodium and calcium. Sodium and calcium. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following four metals would be displaced from the solution of its salt by other three metals? Which one of the following four metals would be displaced from the solution of its salt by other three metals? Magnesium, silver, zinc, copper. क्वेश्चन मीनिंग बुझी पार्छ मुझे चारिटी ऑप्शन देली मेटल ना मैग्नेशियम सिल्वर जिंक एंड कॉपर ये चारिटा भितर को मेटल टी अदर तीन टांकर सॉल्यूशन रु सॉल्ट सॉल्यूशन रु डिस्प्लेस हबो व्हिच वन ऑफ द फॉलोइंग फोर मेटल्स would be displaced from the solution of its salts by other three salt solution. No, copper, no, you are wrong. Anyone? Silver, sorry, magnesium, silver, zinc, copper. Which option is correct? Silver. Silver is least reactive. So that silver would be the metals. Silver will be correct. So next question. An electrolytic cell consists of dash. An electrolytic cell consists of dash. Positively charged cathode, negatively charged anode, positively charged anode, negatively charged cathode. An electrolytic cell consists of dash. Positively charged cathode, negatively charged anode, positively charged anode, negatively charged cathode. An electrolyte cell consists of positively charged anode and negatively charged cathode. In roasting process, what type of ores are converted into metal oxide? What type of ores are converted into metal oxide by roasting process? By roasting process, what type of ores are converted into metal oxide? What type of ores? Sulfide or carbonate? Ranveer. Sulfide ores are converted into its metallic oxide by calcination or roasting, and carbonate, very good. Sulfide ores are converted into metal oxide by roasting. Carbonate ores are converted into metal oxide by calcination process. If the metals are moderate reactive. Next question. Reaction between X and Y forms compound Z. Again repeat the question. Reaction between X and Y forms compound Z. X loss electron and Y gain electron. X loss electron, Y gain electron. The compound is formed Z. So which of the following properties is not shown by Z? Has high melting point, has low melting point, or conduct electricity in molten state, or occurs as solid? The compound Z does not show the property of has low melting point because the compound Z is formed between the transfer of electron between X and Y. Hence Z is an ionic compound. Such compounds do not have low melting point. Ionic compounds do not have low melting point. Okay. The electronic configuration of three elements X, Y and Z are 2x. The electronic configuration of three elements X, Y, Z are X equal to 28, Y equal to 287 and Z equal to 282. Which of the following is correct? Again repeat the question. X electronic configuration of X is 28, Y is 287, Z is 282. Then X is a metal or Y is a metal or Z is a non-metal or Y is a non-metal and Z is a metal. Which option is correct? The electron configuration is total number of electron is 10. So outermost shell fulfill, though it is the inert, not a metal. Y is non-metal, very good. Z is metal, okay. Although metals form basic oxides, next question. Although metals form basic oxides, which of the following metals form an amphoteric oxide? Although metals form basic oxides, which of the following metals form an amphoteric oxide? Sodium, calcium, aluminum, copper. Aluminum and zinc. Very good, Asu. Good. Which of the following can undergo a chemical reaction? Which of the following can undergo a chemical reaction? Magnesium sulfate plus Fe, or zinc sulfate plus Fe, magnesium sulfate plus Pb, copper sulfate plus Fe. Which of the following can undergo a chemical reaction? Magnesium sulfate plus Fe, zinc sulfate plus Fe, magnesium sulfate plus Pb, copper sulfate plus Fe. D option is correct. Very good. A nonmetal X exists in two different forms, Y and Z. Y is the hardest natural substance, whereas Z is a good conductor of electricity. Identify X, Y and Z. A nonmetal X exists in two different forms, Y and Z. A nonmetal X which exists in two different forms, Y and Z. Y is the hardest natural substance, whereas Z is the good conductor of electricity. Identify X, Y, Z. X is YZ is diamond and graphite. Good. X is carbon. X is carbon. The next question: a metal A which is used in thermite process. A metal A which is used in thermite process when heated with oxygen gives an oxide B. A metal A which is used in thermite process when heated with oxygen gives an oxide B, which is amphoteric in nature. Identify A and B. Again, a metal A which is used in thermite process when heated with A with oxygen gives an oxide B, which is amphoteric in nature. Identify A and B. A is aluminum. When aluminum is heated with oxygen gives aluminum oxide. B is aluminum oxide, A is aluminum. Very good, Pratishtha. Rasu, Sonaki, ये सब कुआडे गले? बेच, भागीस. What happens when zinc carbonate is heated in the absence of oxygen? What happens when zinc carbonate is heated in the absence of oxygen? What happens when zinc carbonate is heated in the absence of oxygen? What happens when zinc carbonate are heated in the absence of oxygen? Zinc oxide and carbon dioxide is formed. Very good. This process is also known as what do we call this process? What happens when zinc carbonate is heated in the absence of oxygen? Zinc oxide calcination. Very good. Next question. A non-metal A is an important constituent of our food and forms two oxides, B and C. Oxide B is toxic, whereas C causes global warming. Again, repeat the question. A non-metal A is an important constituent of our food and forms two oxides, B and C. Oxide B is a toxic substance, and whereas C causes global warming. Identify A, B, C. A is carbon. Carbon is a non-metal which is important constituent of our food. Carbon is the basic component of our all types of components of our food like carbohydrate, protein, etc. Carbon dioxide causes global warming. B is carbon monoxide which is carbon monoxide which is toxic, and carbon dioxide which causes global warming. Next question. An element A react with water to form a compound B which is used in whitewashing. An element A react with water to form a compound B which is used in whitewashing. The compound B on heating forms an oxide C which on treatment with water gives back B. Identify A, B and C. Give the reaction. Again, repeat the question. An element A reacts with water to form a compound B which is used in whitewashing. The compound B on heating forms an oxide C which on treatment with water gives back B. Identify A, B, C. A is calcium, B is calcium hydroxide. When calcium is react with water, then form calcium hydroxide which is used in whitewashing. The compound B means calcium hydroxide on heating forms an oxide C. Oxide C means calcium oxide and water. Give the reaction involved during the extraction of zinc from its ore by roasting of zinc ore. Zinc sulfide ZnS plus oxygen presence O2 gives zinc oxide plus sulfur dioxide.